testing 10 different ETrikes and giving my feedback. Stick around. Hey everyone, I'm Dustin. I have nearly 20 years experience in the bike and e-bike industry. Today, I'm going to test 10 different ETrikes, explain them to you, give you my input, what they're good for, and how they feel. Now, before I get into it, hit that subscribe button below. Stay in touch with us here at 630. Be the first to know about all the new content we're putting out, giveaways we're doing, and of course, new product releases. All right. I've got the full lineup -1 of the 630 ETrikes, and I'm going to take each of them out for a little test ride, show you how they operate, and just give you my insight into them and how they operate. And ultimately, maybe you can make the choice on what ETrike is right for you. All right, got my helmet on here. Let's go ahead and move down to our sort of non-conventional trikes here. Our reverse ETrikes. Now, these are not for somebody that can't balance. These have the 2 front wheels and they have the tilting steering in the front, but you do have to be able to balance to some extent. Now, having the 2 wheels in front helps, but you can't, if you just want to sit down and have the bike or trike balance for you, this is not the way to go. You'll see in a second here as well. You can see the leaning steering, and camera person coming for a little tighter angle here. We're going to walk them through the full, but you can see the steering here, this leaning mechanism. Now, the other feature here is when one wheel goes up, the other goes down. So as you go over bumps, you'll always have one wheel on the ground. You can see like that, right? So it creates a lot of stability, a lot of fun to ride. Feels more like a 2-wheel bike than a conventional 3-wheel bike. So if you want to come in behind the back here too, I'll just show you how everything operates. 750 watt rear hub motor. You have a, you have to correct me on the specs on this one, I believe 14 amp hour battery right here. Now, if you come up here to the display, you can see we have a kickstand because this model does not balance on its own. Now you power it on right here by pushing the power button, and your display is here, which indicates your levels of pedal assist. And you have a throttle here as well that you press to go. And this also has 7 speeds, a front basket, a front headlight that is controlled from your display up here. So this is really zippy, really fun. You can take this off-roading. The standard tire one right next to me operates similarly. This one's better for pavement. Now, with the fatter tires, you get a little bit added stability, but a little harder to move the wheels because you have 4 inches of tread on the ground versus the standard tires here. So let me just go ahead and show you how it operates here really quick. I like to use my throttle to get up and going. And then from there, you can just cruise around. Now you can see, like I said, you have to steer, right? But you can see I can go really slow and still make turns, much slower than you could go on a 2-wheel bike. And also, this has hydraulic brakes, which stop really easy and smoothly. And I can pedal as well. I like this trike a lot. It's a lot of fun to ride. Now, again, if you're somebody that wants to be able to sit and completely balance on your trike, this is not the trike for you. But if you need a little extra support, like I said, and you want it to still feel like a 2-wheel bike, this is the best option for that. Now, the standard tire one operates completely similarly, except it's a little more nimble and a little more zippy because these are both 750 watt. In terms of the functionality, it's the same. You just turn, let me turn the battery on here. Okay. So you turn your power on. You also have 7 speeds on this, like on a standard bicycle. You press to shift up, Press to shift down. So I like this one because, again, it's really easy to turn and it's a little bit lighter than this one. And if you want additional info on any of these trikes, they're linked in the description. Also, we have videos with all the specs, all the dimensions, everything. So I can show you here. Now, I don't have the seat perfectly adjusted for me, but it's just a little bit easier to navigate the tight turns, things like that. And so you can see right through here how easy it is for me to get through this. So again, I can make those tight turns with the smaller wheels a little bit easier. Now on the fat tire, those come with hydraulic brakes. We have a version with this one with hydraulic and mechanical disc, so two different options. Both really, really fun. And both of these are actually foldable as well. So again, this one's a little bit lighter, so if it is something you'd want to transport, it can fold up and be taken with you easily. Okay, let's move on to our traditional sort of style of ETrike, which is our every journey. And this has what we'd kind of call like a classic, trike design. This is a 250 watt motor now, so a little bit less powerful. It's great for cruising. You have a huge cargo basket in the back here. Now this one you power on similarly. You have your display right here. You have a throttle. You have 7 speeds. Now this one isn't really for major hill climbing. It's great for flat ground. You can put cargo in the back. This is like a cruiser, if you want to like cruise around a community, you name it. You can see though, when I push the throttle, it still goes just fine. I'm 230 pounds. Now you've got the 26-inch tires on this one. So if you are somebody that wants to pedal as well, and you really want to get the exercise, this is great because it rides like a kind of a normal bicycle, a normal tricycle, And if you don't want to use the assistance, I'll show you right now, I just put it into 0. I can still keep pedaling like it's no big deal. So on some of the smaller tire ones, it's not as conducive to actually riding. I still have it in 0, then I shift it in like this, and then I can just use my throttle if I want. So again, you got this big basket, you put your dog back there, your cat, you name it. And you've got this nice ergonomic upright riding position with the handlebars swooping into your body. So, really cool. Okay, now moving into our conventional trikes that are foldable. These are our easy transits. Now we're starting to get into some more features here. Both of these have the front suspension forks. Both of the frames fold. Both are 750 watt ETrikes. You also have cargo baskets on the rear on both of these, and you have the front baskets as well. Now these have 16-inch tires. So these are 16-inch by 2-inch. This is 16-inch by 4-inch. So this one's going to be a little bit easier to transport, folds up, more compact. This one's got the fatter tires. Again, a little bit more difficult to fold up and transport with you. But if you want to go off-road and you're still looking for something compact, the Easy Transit with the 4-inch tires is a really good option. So I'll show you up here how to turn these on. Just power on the button here. The controls are the same as the reverse ETrikes. You've got your pedal assist levels. This is a thumb throttle. Now we do have a reverse feature on these. Let me go ahead and show that to you. I just go ahead and push. Let me put it in reverse first. And then you do have to pedal backwards for it to go backwards. And then you can put it in drive. And now you go forward. So cool thing about this is how compact it is. So if you want to use this to get around indoors or a community, really great for that. Or if you want to ride up hills, anywhere you want, it's got a lot of power. You can pedal, not pedal. It's really zippy too because of how compact it is. And again, this one's also very stable. It's got a low center of gravity. Oop, and easy to navigate. You can see how quickly I can get going. So the acceleration, more powerful on this than the Every Journey because this is a 750 watt. And I can go ahead and pedal. I'm only in assistance 1. If I kick that into like 5, we get going pretty quick. These are mechanical disc brakes that stop really nicely. And again, I'm only doing a short demo here through the parking lot. I've done lots of videos with all these, so check them out on our YouTube channel. So that's the Easy Transit Regular. Here's the fat tire. Folds as well. You just have these beefier tires. Now, what that does is it means a little higher step over height. You still have the reverse option, but the 4-inch wide tires do give you more stability. It will drain your battery a little bit quicker. Also will be a little bit harder to go up hills with the wider tire. But if you want that extra stability, that's what you get with the 4-inch wide tires. And you can see we got a really zippy motor on this baby. So a little higher step over height, little added stability with the 4-inch wide tires. And I'm only in pedal assist 1. Let's kick it up a little bit. There we go. These are really a lot of fun to ride because they are so compact. It's very easy to control and steer because it's not a super long frame front to back. Also, the standard tire one is 28 inches wide, so you could fit it through a doorway. All right, moving on to our simple glide now. These are our recumbent ETrikes. You can see you've got this forward pedaling design. This is the 500 watt. This is the 750 watt with the fatter tires. So a little bit better for the off-road. Again, adds a little bit of stability with the 4-inch wide tires versus the 2-inch wide tires, and you're adding additional power. Both of these have rear differentials as well to help with the traction in the back. These are very unique also because of the seat, which you can obviously see, which is ultra, ultra comfortable. The cool thing about these is, again, you've got your pedals forward like this, very relaxed. I can actually rest my arms and steer. You have a twist throttle. Let me show you up here. Let me power this on. Okay, here we go. So if you want to see here on the display here, got your display, you power that on. It's a full color display and you have a twist throttle here. And you can literally just sit here, twist, and go. So it really is like almost a mobility device and trike in one. And again, you can pedal. Don't need to go that fast, I guess. And because of the geometry, when I take turns, really stable. I would classify this as our most stable trike. You can really zig and zag on this and not worry about stability whatsoever. And you can see even on this incline here, I don't lose balance at any point. So if you want maximum comfort, Simple Glide is definitely the way to go. Also really zippy. These armrests can keep you nice and tucked in here. And again, for the fat tire, you're gonna get more power and you're also gonna get a footrest right here that you can actually rest your feet on while you ride. Let me turn it on. Let me adjust the handlebars down. I like them down a little bit so you can easily adjust, find the right position for you. And then just go ahead and twist like so. Now I've got this footrest here, like I said, flip that down, and now I can put my feet here. And I'm cruising around. This thing really is a joy to ride. Just take it around town. I've taken it for almost 20 miles. Having the fat tires makes it a little more stable. Now, still nimble, but of course you got to take a little wider turn. And you can see, even sharply turning like that, my wheels don't come off the ground at all. So, and you got the mechanical disc. They stop no problem, safe and easy. Oh, you know what? Let me just show you how I pedal here. So you can flip that up, and then from there, enjoy some pedaling. Also really easy to turn with one hand. All right. We've got parking brakes on both of these. Actually, all four of these right here, easy transit in these have parking brakes as well. So, really cool. All right. Now, before we get into our fat tire ETrikes, we're going to take a look at our four-wheel any terrain, which actually standard comes with a big cargo basket in the back here, but we've got the seat, which can be purchased. This is a 750 watt rear mount motor. This is different than anything you've seen before. If you see this front steering now, it's the same as what is on the reverse ETrike. So it makes it where it keeps the turning is almost like turning like a quad, right? But you're on a bike. Well, you're on a quad, but not like a quad bike. And you've got hydraulic disc brakes, which stop really easily. And you've got turn signals, which we can show you here. Let me make sure my brake's off. There we go. Okay. So the controls, you have a reverse option on this as well. The turn signals, we can show them in the back. And we got a horn up here. And like I said, the hydraulic disc brakes are really awesome. They stop. You've got the headlight and tail lights controlled by the brake lever. Also, the headlights is controlled by the display here. And this is really smooth and really balanced. A lot of people, you know, wouldn't necessarily think. Let me just raise the seat up a little bit. Make it better for me. There we go. That'll be much better. Another little trick too, if you're thinking about getting a trike, stepping onto the pedal and then up to the seat. Well, I guess I didn't put that tight enough. Go ahead and tighten that a little more. Okay. There we go. So if you put the pedal in the downward position and you step up, it's an easy way to mount and dismount. And then from here. Now, we have smaller tires in the front, so we're putting more weight on these two tires that can lean, which is what adds to the stability. And obviously the 4-inch wide tread, which make it really hydraulic brakes stop, no problem. Can use our throttle. So a lot of people look at this and think it wouldn't be super stable, but actually it's very stable and very easy to steer. For a lot of people, this is easier to steer than a trike because of this tilting mechanism in the front here. And again, it comes with a cargo basket, but we've got the optional seat on the back. Okay. And you have the reverse. Let me just show you the reverse here really quick. Obviously, that'd come in a lot of handy with this because this is a little heavier. Oop, there. There you go. All right. Okay, getting into our fat tire conventional trikes. This is our simple step through fat tire ETrike. This one's got a really low step through, so mounting and dismounting is very easy. You've got swooping handlebars like a cruiser that come into your body. You've got the front headlight, rear tail light, all controlled by the display and the brakes up here. And I got to turn the battery on. Okay, there we go. Also got a rogue piece of tape here. We'll get that off. You got the suspension fork up here as well. If you can see, right now it's locked out. So if we unlock it, you can see how much travel you get on that. So when you go over bumps, that's going to absorb a lot of it. Or you can lock it out so it doesn't move, which will make the fork and the wheel roll a little bit easier. All right. So 750 watts. You have that differential on this one as well. And if you want something with that cruiser feel, but a 4-inch wide tire that's ultra stable, this is a great choice. And again, you've got that big basket in the back and you can fit some custom bags in there as well. So I'll show you here. Just hit your throttle. You're off. So this is a really powerful motor, very balanced, easy to get on and off. I like the riding position of this. Now, if you're a shorter individual, it'll be easy to get on and off, but some think it's too big. But a lot of bigger guys like this because of how much arm length they get. They don't feel cramped on it. And they also feel very stable. So stability is one of the things a lot of people look for. And you can see I can get going pretty fast. Only in pedal assist 1 here. There we go. There we go. So, easy, low step through, fat tire. You don't see this very often. So if you want the fat tires, but you want it to be easy to mount and dismount, great choice. Okay, last but not least, our rickshaw. If you haven't seen a video of this, go check it out on our YouTube channel. You can bring passengers on the back of this. So you can also change the seat out for a basket. So if you don't always want to bring passengers, you just want to put a basket, go for it. You have storage under the seat as well. So this is really fun. If you have kids or grandkids or maybe a partner or loved one that can't ride anymore, put up to 200 pounds back here. They can sit back here. You can seatbelt them in. You can go for a ride. You won't even feel the difference with having them or not having them. I promise you, check out our videos. You can see all about it. You got a horn here, power's on. You've got the front headlight, the tail lights, all controlled by the display and the brakes to safely light your way. You have the suspension fork up front here. This has a 21 amp hour battery and the 750 watt motor. So it's really powerful. It's not going to be a lot of work for you. Now, you're always going to want to have it in some level of assistance because pedaling without the assistance would be challenging. But pedaling with the assistance is no problem. And you can see, even with the seat, because it's not much longer than a standard trike, I can still zig and zag pretty good here through, trying to make some really tight turns, but there we go. And actually this weighs 128 pounds. So with all that added weight in the back, it stays very stable and even more stable when you have a passenger back there. So again, a lot of people like this trike just because of how many different things you can use it for. Passengers, no passengers, or put a basket on there. Could be your multi-purpose ETrike. So it's hard to narrow it down to my favorite because it really comes down to each individual rider, what your needs are. And I just did a quick, brief test ride of all these and show you how they work. I've got videos of all these of me riding, other people riding, so check them out on our YouTube channel. And don't forget, they're all linked in the description below. And if you have any other questions at all, please comment or reach out to us, the team at sixthreezero.com, or call us 310-982-2877. In addition to that, we offer a 30-day test ride your ETrike policy. If you don't love your ETrike in the first 30 days, send it back, no questions asked, no money out of your pocket. In addition to that, we're gonna warranty everything for the first year. Anything goes wrong in the first year, we take care of it, parts and labor. And lastly, join our community. We have a Facebook group called 630 Peddlers. Join the group before you purchase to help you make the right choice by talking to existing riders. Then when you have yours, post in the group, make friends, and finally download our app to track your rides and compete on the leaderboard. So thanks for sticking around, and don't forget, it's your journey or experience. Enjoy the ride.